If you've got green eyes looking over at Nintendo Switch owners right now, we get it. The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom looks like a masterpiece. But the good news is that there are plenty of games on PC to scratch many of those open-world itches. Grab your Aurora Collection. At least your palm rest can be in the clouds above Hyrule. And let's dive into the best games like The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom to play on PC right now. Let's kick off with a beautiful sandbox of mythical beasts and powers. Immortals Fenyx Rising isn't exactly the same exploration-based adventure you'll find in Tears of the Kingdom or Breath of the Wild, but this is a colourful and hilarious open world that never outstays its welcome. The characters are great fun, and there's a sense of playfulness that constantly sets the absurd tone.
You chained me to this rock and fed my liver to an eagle out of love.
There are also some nice, gentle nods to Breath of the Wild that make this feel like a love letter to Nintendo in many ways, rather than just a cartoonier Assassin's Creed Odyssey. And the good news from the gods is that if you're shorter on time, this isn't going to take you hundreds of hours to complete.
This is incredible!
We started with something a little gentler, but truly, Elden Ring might be one of the closest games on this list to the new Zelda experience. Unlike regular sandbox games with maps covered in items to reach and things to be ticked off checklist style, From Software's Dark Realm has to be explored to be discovered. Traveling in any direction feels like a true adventure as you quest across the lands between. Like Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, Elden Ring creates our own personal adventure. There might be a core path, but we don't need to follow it, and we're free to play our own way. There's nothing right or wrong here, only the inevitability of death. Oh well, here we go again. Let's stick to sprawling open-world adventures for now. Assassin's Creed Odyssey is a mythical Greek masterpiece that won't punish you in the same way as Elden Ring, but celebrates the art of an enormous sandbox in a slightly different way. Of course, you could follow the campaign adventures of your proto-assassin, but this almost intimidating map of Greek islands is too compelling to ignore. There are grand siege battles on beaches, the franchise's famous spinning viewpoints to clamber to, and, for the first time in the series, full romance options with the characters you meet. And hey, there's no Master Sword, but Cassandra or Alexios' broken spear has all kinds of perks, so there are myriad ways to play. Just prepare your screenshot button for some intense action at the same time. But what if the most exciting part of Tears of the Kingdom for you isn't the huge open-world Hyrule or endless sense of adventure? What if it's the potential to fuse items together with Link's new ability to, well, link? Besiege might sound like an odd recommendation, but this war machine constructor is a perfectly detailed alternative. You might not end up constructing cannon-packed longboats quite like this, but you can always dream. And there's nothing that can compare to watching your construction succeed in battle. This is definitely how your builds will always look. Honest. This next title is much more like the Legend of Zelda games of old rather than the latest generation, but that's no reason to leave off the adorable green-clad fox of Tunic. As lush as it looks though, this beautiful isometric journey is no walk in the park. It's not exactly Elden Ring, but there's no hand-holding here, only an exciting realm of puzzles, treasure, and endless enemies. This is also a lovely option if you don't have the endless tens of hours to sink into something like Tears of the Kingdom. Tunic will take a much more sociable 12 hours or so to complete, and depending on how good you are, you can find everything in around 20 hours. There are many things to love about Sable. The beautiful art style that makes us feel like we might have fallen into a cartoon dream. The incredible soundtrack from Japanese Breakfast. But the reason you might love Sable as a fan of the latest Zelda games is the sense of discovery. This is an atmospheric world of mysteries and adventure, but one that we can fully take our time to explore. Sure, you can progress and solve puzzles along your journey, but you're equally encouraged to just see where your hoverbike will take you. This is a rite of passage story, and really delivers on that exact feeling. You earn this adventure as much as Sable does, and that's something very special. And finally, let's close out with a beautifully colourful open-world adventure with more than a hint of magic. The world of Tchia was inspired by the tiny IRL Pacific island of New Caledonia, but happily leaves boring reality behind. The titular Tchia makes the most of a so-called soul swap ability, so she can turn into whatever you find, including taking to the skies as a bird. If what you love about Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom are the endless possibilities for exploration, Tchia's Island is an incredible escape. Here you can clamber, or sail, anywhere you like across this expansive map, and the game constantly rewards your curiosity. Go on, join us in the Ignore the Main Mission Club. So, that's just a few games to make you feel less jealous of everyone with a Nintendo Switch. Let us know which Zelda-like experience is your favourite in the comments below, drop us a like if you enjoyed the suggestions, and don't forget to subscribe to Logitech G for more videos just like this one. If you already do subscribe, hit the notification bell so you always know when something new arrives on the channel.